discover the natural power of ashwagandha, an ancient herb known for its healing properties. For over 3,000 years, ashwagandha has been trusted to reduce stress, increase energy, and improve focus. Our ashwagandha is carefully grown, harvested, and processed to retain its maximum potency. Each root is hand-picked and dried, then ground into a pure organic powder, ensuring the highest quality. Simply mix 1 teaspoon into your favorite beverage or take it in capsule form as prescribed by a healthcare professional. Whether you're looking to balance your stress levels, boost your immune system, or enhance mental clarity, ashwagandha offers a natural solution. Experience the benefits of ancient wisdom backed by modern science. Trust nature. Trust ashwagandha. Go get this product at blackhotfirenetwork.com at the Sports and Nutrition Store.
Well, good afternoon, family. Hope you guys are doing amazing. Your day so far is fantastic, and welcome to another beautiful conversation of the Africa Today Show. JLBY, kama K, kama kawa. We say that in Swahili. And of course, karibuni sana once again. Shout out to those who are with us on Spreaker, Spotify, and all our YouTube channels. And to our new subscribers, or rather listeners, I hope you guys can hit that subscription button. And feel free to download our app where you can get those amazing supplements. Karibuni, as of course, yet another Wednesday where we get to share amazing history videos. And I hope you guys today are ready. I have quite some interesting video today, and I hope time literally allows us to share all that, because also we're going to talk about a little bit of Carmelo Anthony's case, how it's going, where we can see the legal team has filed motion requesting new trial and the judge to be removed from the case. We also, of course, have much more of the conversation coming also from New Jersey, where there's a father who has agreed to face to 3-year plea deal after fatally punching a white man who reportedly called his child the N-word repeatedly. So we're going to see that and much more of the videos, actually, as we see how Black kids are being targeted by a group of white community, or the white community literally generally, and being forced to do things that will lead them to disappearing. Because there's one disturbing video I'm going to share which could actually maybe relate to the case we were discussing yesterday of the other young guy who went literally missing on 4th of July. And we saw a video which was shown yesterday, a bit of the video showing they were arguing before the whole case. And then, of course, last but not least, which is our main conversation, we're going to focus on Iran and the war, which we can see Iran army actually said this early morning that they hit the US base in Bahrain and warns of more attacks. So we're going to be focusing on more of that. Karibuni sana once again. Just a second, let me tell Keith I'm live before he says I didn't tell him. Before he says I didn't tell him. Yeah, karibuni. So today we're going to study, literally, if time allows us, we're going to be looking at the Black fashion, beauty, and femininity in the 70s. And I love the video that I was actually watching to share how it breaks down so much, or shows so much of the 70s, the 60s, how Black women used to dress, how feminine they were. But I think before we get into that, I'm going to share this one specifically. So as we understand fashion, beauty, and femininity, I want us to start with this one specifically. I don't think I've ever shared this one ever. I don't think I have, because I'm learning also something today. It's crazy because the universe also brings you answers in crazy way. I love watching these videos of how the cowboy hat is always made. Personally, I don't know why. I just love watching those videos of how they are made, because it's so classy. I find a cowboy hat, of course, so classy. But there's how they are made. If you see the craft, the genius artwork behind all this, simple touch-ups. They look simple, but they're just so, how they do it is just so fancy for me. I find it very fancy and classy in a way. I don't know why. The cowboy has to be specific. So apparently, of course, there is an origination of everything. So a cowboy is not just a name that, existed amongst the white community. Maybe they'd love to say maybe they were the only cowboys, then black people we copied them. That's what they love to say. Actually, the real original cowboys were majority black people, and it actually explains or breaks down more of how this is also originated to slavery, when we had black people being taken from Africa in countries like Angola and the rest, and being brought to white farmers who had herds to take care of them. And that's where the original term of cowboy, where it comes from. So I'm going to share that today. And of course, we'll see if time will allow us to share the
Cowboys.
second one as we continue.
Yeah,
Karibu
Cowboys.
sana.
Asante sana, Joby. How are you today?
I'm good. You?
I'm all right.
You home?
Of course, I'm about to leave out. Got to take my ass to Texas.
Oh,
That's
okay. Yeah, I
why I
can
missed
tell when you're home.
that's why I missed the show. I was asleep. I was knocked out.
Okay.
The Joby show. I said, oh shit, I'm sleeping. Over. Um,
It's okay. It's okay.
yeah, Cowboys. But they still everything. So, term boy. White men didn't call themselves each other boy. They like to be called boys. So, when black men after slavery start going westward, California, Nevada, Arizona, and all those other western states, West Texas. So they would work as ranch hands. And they would be called cowboys. They want to take care of the cows, so they would call them boys still. So they became cowboys. But since that became such a idolized thing, white people, like they always do in the movies, they made white people now be the cowboys. So when you look at all the movies, white men are all now the cowboys. When in history, they never were the cowboys, they were black men. So that's how they take your history. They erase you again and put white people. Same thing they did with the Egypt stories, all these stuff. They take your stories and they make it white people. And since when you're not well educated, you don't know any of this history, everybody don't like to teach you any history. You're like, wow, white people were cowboys, what they did in the West and fighting the Indians. You don't know that, no, that was black men. But see, they love just erase your history and then insert themselves as you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So go ahead, Joe.
Exactly. So let me start with this one.
Cowboy culture in America, as we know it, occurred around the late 19th century when the cattle population exploded here in America. But did you know that at least 25% of all cowboys were black? So today we're going to talk about the history of the black cowboy. And if you like stories like this, you can find more stories like this at onemikehistory.com. Also, I have a second channel called One Mike 2. Please subscribe. But without further ado, let's get started. The cowboy is a symbol of the American West. It has its roots that stretch all the way back to ancient times and across continents, combining traditions from northern Mexico, vaqueros, and European culture, specifically Spanish influence. This blend started all the way back in the 16th century when Spanish conquistadors brought their cattle ranching practices along with horses and cattle to the Americas. See, at that time, horses had become extinct in the Americas. This radically changed the landscape and set the stage for cowboy culture to cultivate. These early horseback cattle herders adapted to the vast lands and sparse grasslands in what is now today Mexico and the southern United States. The term cowboy is, of course, rooted in Spanish culture. Originally, cowboy came from the word vaquero in Spanish, which translates to someone who handles cattle while riding a horse. The word vaquero itself is derived from vaca, which means cow, stemming from the Latin word vaca. Interestingly enough, English language had its own term for a cowboy. It was called a cowherd. It was used to describe a cattle herder akin to a shepherd for sheep. And this dates back to at least the year 1000. Regardless, by the 1700s, the term cowboy had appeared in English literature. It first appeared being used by Jonathan Swift in 1725. However, the term was more commonly used between the 1820s and the 1850s in the British Isles, not referring to a person who was skilled on horseback like we know today, but young boys that were tasked with tending to family or community cows. By the year 1849, the term cowboy started to become popular, and not everyone was quick to use it. Many still like to call themselves cowhands, drovers, stockmen, but they all meant the same thing: a person who handled cattle. As stories and legends of the American West began to spread, new versions of cowboys popped up, like a cowpoke. Cowpoke was originally used for someone who helped move cattle into trains. Despite these new terms, cowboy continued to be widely used, especially in the vast areas of the American plains and the Rocky Mountains. Interestingly enough, the cowboy legend was not simply limited to men. A few women embraced the lifestyle, and this led to the inclusion of the term cowgirl into the narrative.
Yeah.
This job was initially taken by young adults who often started as early as in their teens and were the primary participants in this very demanding way of life. These young cowboys came in a diverse mixture of American freedmen, Mexicans, and white settlers from various parts of the United States. They all share in this high risk, low paying work that was integral to cattle ranching across the vast American landscape. Despite their diverse backgrounds, a collective cowboy image would start to emerge, built on the trials and tribulations of their work and the camaraderie that they fostered. This shared experience, along with the necessary skills for cattle ranching and the mobile freedom provided by horseback riding, contributed to the enduring legacy of cowboys in America. But in the context of African Americans, they began to work as cowboys as far back as the colonial period. The first proof that we see of Black cowboys comes from South Carolina, where enslaved individuals skilled in managing cows were brought here from Senegal, specifically for their cattle ranching abilities. Early 19th.
No. They couldn't be bought from Africa. It's got to be indigenous Indians, right? They couldn't have been bought from these other people. South Africa, they know this can't be right. What would the FBA say? This can't be right. It can't be Senegal. That these other Africans were bought from that area. They wasn't called Senegal then, but it was called back then. At the time, there was no Senegal, but from that area, that part of Africa, those people that ended in South Carolina, they couldn't be from Africa. Nah, you're making that up, man. Those were Indians. Go ahead.
Century. White Americans started to move into Texas that were attracted by the land and in some cases to escape debt in the United States. Even though Mexico had outlawed slavery at the time, these new settlers brought their slaves to work with them on their cotton farms and their cattle ranches. By 1825, enslaved people made up 25% of the settlers in Texas, a number that would increase to 30% by 1860, with that year's census recording 180,000 enslaved people in the Texas area. During this time, majority of the cowboys were African American. These individuals were tasked with catching and taking care of the wild cattle in the thick forests of the Gulf Coast. These Black cowboys would often work with vaqueros and would move large groups of cattle guided by oxen and followed by.
And that's what I'm saying, Black Americans, okay? As Black people, we came together in America. We know we come from the areas of Senegal, Nigeria, Ghana, Mali, Burkina Faso, Guinea, Congo, Cameroon, Gabon, Angola, and we become also Mozambique and parts of Kenya. So we know as we got here, we became one people. We didn't have no more tribes. So we became Black Americans. And so that's what we see ourselves as. Even though we came from many parts of Africa, we melded into one people through time. Okay? That's what happened with us. So we've all parts of African people in us. But go ahead, Joe.
Dogs. When Texas joined the Confederacy in 1861, many of the white Texans enlisted in the fight, leaving their enslaved to take care of their land and the livestock. However, Texas ranchers encountered several problems. One of their major
can you imagine that? as these white people went to go fight, this is the Civil War he's talking about, as these white men in the South went to fight to keep the slaves that were back on their farms, tending to their farms and their ranches, to make sure they can continue to keep these Negroes enslaved. It's just crazy. Go ahead,
Issues lack of effective fencing. This resulted in cattle wandering freely without restriction. When the ranchers returned from the war, they tried to gather these scattered herds with the help of their enslaved, but the Emancipation Proclamation soon freed the enslaved workers, leaving the ranchers without their traditional workforce. Consequently, former enslaved individuals didn't have many jobs available to them. So many of them decided to work for the same ranchers that had previously enslaved them. This period coincided with the surge of cattle drives in the northern states, where beef commanded higher prices, and these large-scale operations involved moving massive herds of cattle through treacherous territories and underscored the indispensable role.
This is a lot of black people moving. They didn't want to work for the old master, so they would leave. This when you get going further west, California, New Mexico, Arizona, Nevada, Oregon, Washington State, all right, Idaho. So we had the mass migration of black people moving westward because they weren't going to work for the same person that had them enslaved. That wasn't paying them anything still anyway. Because remember, there was no law to make sure they pay you do all this work, and you still don't get paid. So a lot of black Americans left and went out west. So that's when you find a lot of black people moving westward. And that's when you get Bass Reeves. And shout out to you guys see the thing they going after that goofy British actor, that David Aiello guy, right? Talking crazy. See, we've allowed these Africans to come over and stay in Africa and play you as your role. So they're going after David. This is a side, but because they're going after David Aiello, and they're going after Godfrey too. So I'm kind of mixed on Godfrey that they because internet beef is caught in the Let me explain this real quick while Joey's showing how. Let me explain it. So that David Aiello, actor that played Martin Luther King, this African British dude, same way that this other British moron African playing Fred Hampton, he stunk at it too. But anyway, he was a terrible Fred Hampton. Anyway, because I can't go play a Kenyan, I'm African. I can't, I think I'm a great actor. I don't possess that cultural content, that cultural. I didn't grow up in Kenya, so I can't possess just the little quirks that a Kenyan would have, right? So we know that they brought these British black people over. The whites did, the Jews did, because they didn't want to give black Americans these roles because they said we were difficult, right? So they wanted to replace it with these British guys. So the British guy came on that David Aiello, who's now playing with Joey. Joey just showed the picture. It made me think about when Joey was playing these pictures. They just showed Bass Reeves. So we know Bass Reeves is one of the most famous African American lawmen who they turned white. We all know they made him white in the movies. So we know they made Bass Reeves a white man when they turned him into the movies, and he became the Lone Ranger. Right. So now David Aiello is playing all these black Americans who he has contempt for. So he was on the thing with another Nigerian, Godfrey. And Godfrey's like, I think they're gonna bury Godfrey now. So David Aiello got there talking crazy. Said, you talking about a Southern accent where the Southerners talk. I'm gonna have Joey play that real quick. How the Southerners talk. It's like a slowed down Nigerian accent with some subservient and slavery in it. Right? Like what? It's a slowed down Nigerian. Sir, we wasn't even know Nigeria existed when we were enslaved. But now, somehow, it's Nigerian, right? They want to take credit for shit they got nothing to do with. It's crazy. So he said, it's a slowed down Nigerian accent when you put some us being subservient and slavery in it. And we say subservient and oppression in it, right? And so Godfrey didn't push back and say, man, what you talking about? He said, absolutely crazy. Are you insane? The Southern accent doesn't sound like no Nigerian slowed down. your pigeon language slowed down with some subservient and slavery in it. So, so you know, and these British, they're not respected in English, right? In England, they can't get any jobs there, so they will let here to get jobs because there's nobody. What have they done? There's nobody that they never fought anybody. So there's no stories to tell about Black British and a lot of these goofy Africans. Sadly, who you fought? They can do the mama, but that's Kenya's story. Who can the Nigerian show that they fought the white man? They were helping. Those no stories of them. They got to come cosplay us. Do they have some kind of contempt and jealousy? Shout out to the Kenya guy, got it right. So I've always told you guys about this jealousy that the Africans have about Black Americans. It's crazy, and he's right. See, I showed you this is what it is because they've done so much. But he's over here talking crazy. Let's see if I can find it. He's over here talking crazy about subservient, right? Let's see. I don't know. There they go. They already know it's a topic right now. David Aiello. Yeah, all right. As soon as I put his name up, because he's trending. Hold on. It's just always the disrespect with these people. Says the southern accent is okay, there you go. So I'm gonna do it slow. So let me see. Hold on, let me start. So let me see what it's gonna sound. Give me a second, Jim. Let me keep yours up. Let me replace yours real quick. Okay, so this sparks outrage. It's absolutely crazy because now he lives in LA, right? I couldn't get any work in Britain because they're racist, and you guys have done shit to me. You come play us. No, we're not trying to go to play. We're not trying to play no goofy Nigerians who landed in Britain. All the people you playing are us. You on a series right now on TV playing Bass Reeves, one of the greatest Black Americans who've ever lived, who's known worldwide. They got your goofy Nigerian ass playing your goofy Nigerian British ass. That's a slap in the face to us. That you playing Bass Reeves and you a coon. We don't even know coons playing. You got all these coon ass British people playing us, playing our history. It's all right if you're a righteous British person, but you're a coon. Married to your white woman. You don't get to play us in no movies. Shout out to Black Man, and now you're gonna be boycotted. That's good because you're not gonna make any money, but you were too far with this, And Godfrey should have checked you, him being another Nigerian, and Godfrey tried like, but I was born in Chicago, I was raised in Chicago. I'm Chicago. Nah, nigga, they got you, Godfrey. They're probably gonna destroy you. And I like Godfrey. Godfrey speaks up, but you got Black Americans in such a frenzy right now. They're being overly crazy. You got a lot of ignorant people online that just don't know the real history as far as Black Americans concerned. And so they're going after everybody that shows a little bit of disrespect. Now, I can stand Godfrey not wanting to push back on his Nigerian brother, all right? But Godfrey's been thrown all the way under the bus for supporting this bullshit, right? So, and I looked at that and said, where is he? Is he insane? If you slow down the Nigerian like this, you put a little subservient on it, and then slavery, and it sounds, and you get a southern accent, southern slavery accent. Let me share my screen. But see, this has been blowing up, and see, you British actors, you're gonna keep most of us know you're cool, but you're gonna destroy your career because Black people, you get to play us, and Black people watch you playing us. But now they know that most of you Negroes are British coons. They're not going to watch you, so white people are not going to hire you to play us. So it's not going to be, they're not going to put no money past on these projects for you to cosplay us. So you've been getting away with it for 20 years now. You got Idris Elba, Joey brought that thing out, the one now making a a studio now in Africa somewhere. I'm not. He's not black. I want to be known as a British. See, I never want to be black. I'm a British actor, and so he got clown, right? But he changed that quick because he knows his money was made here. He got to cosplay us. He didn't make it being a British actor. That didn't make no money in his pocket. Remember, Idris Elba. No disrespect to him, he was a low budget DJ in London, broke. DJing. Yeah, the DJ. Yeah, that was before Anna Piano was a thing for joking. I don't think Idris Elba was playing on Anna Piano back in the day, right? He was mostly playing hip hop. He was a hip hop. Now check this out. He was a hip hop DJ in London. In London, I'm a hip hop DJ in London, lab. Yes. All right, let me show that. All right. So when he got to talking crazy, I got to give Idris Elba. He pulled back quick. He kept his mouth shut. You know, hey, that's my money. I better shut up. It's David Aiello. He doubled down on the foolishness, and now he's been canceled, right? If white people can't use you, Dooman, to play us, you're done. It's not going to work. So if you turn your like over the guy, yeah, we've all turned out life over the guy. Calm down. Shit my screen. Okay, let me go. Where is the YouTube? Okay.
I was thinking about your comments today in the morning, and I said today, if you tell me to accept Jesus, I'll tell you Jesus has been taking my money for the last 22 years of my life, and I never paid me back, not even a dime. You know, so I'm good.
Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Nigerian father.
It's Godfrey. Hey, how are you today? Go and get my cane.
See, the problem is that these Africans are all coons. They're openly coons. Well, Godfrey says he's not a coon. He calls out coons. So I can't call Godfrey a coon. Because I don't think Godfrey's not a coon. But, you know, he's here with one of his brethren, not as coon as Nigeria cosplaying us. So it says, David Aiello issues an unreserved apology after the Southern accent comments sparked outrage. Right. It slowed down Nigerian with some subservient, and then you add a little bit of slavery to it. Like, what? What? I can't understand. I know the Southern accent is bad. I get it. At least I can understand this. You know, a lot of Southern accent, I can't understand it either. I don't care depending on where I'm at. If I'm in New Orleans, many parts of Alabama, Mississippi, I can't understand that shit. But I can't understand Nigerian at all. What we say, Joby?
Talk Ebonics. You better learn how to talk Ebonics. You know?
That's a Southern accent, Joe. Different, but it's Ebonics with a Southern accent, Joe. It's different. It's got Ebonics in it. It's also Southern.
Go and get my cane. I remember that.
Woo! Imagine you have to go and get the cane for yourself.
Oh yeah, but go and get my cane.
I don't know where it is.
You'll be flogged.
Yeah. But just American.
No, American. Just an American accent.
Did I try and be Godfrey?
Uh-oh. Get on back now.
What are you saying now?
I don't know.
And see, now they've scrutinized this more. I'm Pan-African. I'm black first. I'm black power. How you be black power married to your cave woman for 20 years? What are you talking about? So he's been called out. He's been exposed as I've been saying he was a coon. He's been saying coon and shit. He's a coon. Now people saying, why is he playing our heroes who fought against white supremacy, and he's an open coon? And I agree. He's a long time. Yes, a boss of Uncle Tom and Coon. Look at that face. Look at that coon. That's a coon look. That don't say, you look in the library, look in a dictionary, open up coon, this face right here is looking right back at you.
Get on back now.
What are you saying now?
I don't know. How do I sound?
I don't know. How do you sound, Godfrey? Why are we doing this? Why we getting more crazy every time I'm talking like Godfrey?
How about Southerner?
How about what?
A Southerner.
Southern accent.
Well,
Southern boy.
if I'm being a Southerner, Well, you know what? You know what happens to Southerners? If you take the Nigerian accent like this, and you slow it down, you put a lot of slavery in there, and then you start to put a little bit of subservience in it. This is what starts.
So you put some slavery in there, and you put some subservience in it, and this is what it sounds like.
What's to happen
Yeah.
to the Nigerian accent?
Man.
It goes this because literally, if you're down here and you start to speed it up, and then you start to take all the thing out of it, then before you know it, you're talking like this.
Now we are free again.
Don't talk nothing like that. But see, that's them trying to say that Nigerians has something to do with Black American accent, which is absolutely, that's these Nigerians taking credit for something that had nothing to do with. That's what these goopy Africans do, because there's nothing you can turn to Nigeria and say, what have they done? Nothing. What has goopy Nigerians invented? What have they done? So that's them taking credit. Well, in some way, it's a Nigerian accent slowed down. You're like, what? You out of your fucking mind? First of all, there was no Nigeria. It didn't even exist. Nigeria's 100 years old. What are you talking about? There was no fucking Nigeria. You had kingdoms, but you didn't have there was no Nigeria. Nigeria didn't exist. So what Nigerian accent are we talking about? You got all these different tribes in Nigeria with different accents. So what Nigerian are you talking about? First of all. So like I said, this open disrespect is now being let me take this down. This open disrespect is now being, he gave an apology because he's scared, because now his money's about to get messed up, right? His money. He didn't find it. And Godfrey laughed at it while saying, hey man, it's just kind of disrespectful. You done made your money. Pretend to be these people. He was Martin Luther King, Oprah Goopy, no good ass put you in that movie. You played Fast. Who else? Oh, you also played, well, Joey showed yesterday when we talking about the fighters, right? Come back from the military, right? And Joby showed you the Tuskegee Airmen, who were actually the greatest pilots, right? He got to play a Tuskegee Airman too in a movie called Red Tails. So they put him in a movie called Red Tails where he's playing us as a pilot, when there was no motherfuckers flying in Nigeria at all at that time. So he got to cosplay us being a pilot, the greatest pilots of all time. So he cosplayed us. So they let him cosplay us again, because he was in Red Tails. He was in Red Tails, which is a movie came out about 10 years ago, maybe 19 years ago. Pretty decent movie, but he got to play us being pilots, right, in World War II. And as I'm saying, the craziness, it's crazy. So now Black Americans are saying, hey, no more. You don't get to play us. You don't respect us. How you over here playing our heroes? Go play some Nigerian hero. I don't want to play no Nigerian hero. I don't know none of it. He wasn't. I only tell the guy now, he wasn't. I'm a study too young for that. That's 25 years ago. That's 20. That's Joby. That's 27. I came out when Joby was a baby. He's not that old. Goddamn. He wasn't 12. That's the other British guy, 12 years a slave. Oh, the British guy. Okay. But the guy who played in Amistad, he's African, but he never shows no disrespect. And you talk about the other British guy, he keeps his mouth shut. What's his name? I can never pronounce the guy. Because remember, they were all foreigners. We had the Kenyan, what's her name? We had the Peter, who's Kenyan. And we had the other Nigerian. What's that guy's name? But he knows to keep his fucking mouth shut. What the hell? And I think he's a coon too, but I can't say he's never said nothing crazy, right? So I can't, we know he's Nigerian because I can't pronounce that name. 12 Years a Slave. What's that guy's name? What's that guy's name in 12 Years a Slave? It was him, and it was Peter and Lupita, right? Lupita's a coon. We know she's a coon. But Lupita keeps her mouth shut. Everybody knows Lupita's a coon. She's an old-time Uncle Tom coon, right? But Lupita knows enough to keep her fucking mouth shut, or she'll get canceled. So she don't say shit. She just ask a question. I don't know nothing. She shuts up. Like I can joke like Joby said, that's the Kenyan culture. You're right. Lupita don't say shit. She don't know nothing. That's why I gotta give Joby credit. I think that's the Kenyan culture. She minds her business when they ask her questions. Because Lupita, you never heard Lupita say nothing crazy. Nothing. And we know Lupita's a coon. Just remember what she talked about other things. Lupita's an Uncle Tom. Yes, a Boston coon. But she knows to keep her fucking mouth shut. Because remember, Lupita plays only American blacks. She played a bunch of famous black Americans. She ain't playing nobody in Kenya. She's playing us. But she knows to keep her fucking mouth shut. So I will agree with JoJo said, because I was listening to JoJo this morning about keeping your mouth shut, mind your business. That's true. But the Nigerians don't. Them, everywhere they go, they're disrespectful. Everybody wants them out of their country. South Africans want them out. Kenyans want them. Everywhere they go, it's some disrespectful shit with these niggas every time. So, what was that lady name that played Harriet Tubman? That disrespectful broad. What was her name? The Nigerian lady playing another famous black American, talking crazy. So, let's see. Are you going to accept the job offer or continue living this? I'm going to live in sin. I'm going to live in sin, okay? I'm going to let the devil come get me. I choose to live in sin. So, if you don't mind, I'm going to live in sin. Fast C5W. I'm going to live in sin. And when I get there, I'm going to whip the devil's ass when I get to hell. I'm going to say, what you doing in my place, devil? Okay? I'm going to fight him. You know, so bigger long, yeah. I'm gonna go back to yours. But like I said, Cynthia Erivo, that's her name. Cynthia Erivo, that's the Nigeria, right? Everybody's now canceling her ass. They gotta do an all famous person. She played Harriet Tubman, famous black American, and was having all the disrespect right there. The white people, we're gonna let her play Aretha Franklin. Aretha Franklin, before she died, said, don't let this disrespectful Nigerian lady pay me in no movie. This was Aretha Franklin before she died. So I don't want this Nigerian British to pay me. She can't play my essence. I'm not fucking Nigerian. She can't play me. So they put it like a TV show. They went and got what's her name? That Hudson girl to play what's it, Jennifer Hudson to play Aretha Franklin, because they got wind. They said, we're gonna let this British Nigerian play. You said, and Aretha Franklin said, absolutely not. Are you out of your damn mind? I don't know about no Nigerian lady play me. What are you talking about? I want a black American who knows the essence of black American people. What are you talking about? Right? That Cynthia Erivo lady, right? And so when they had to play Harriet, that movie flopped. We're like, hey man, what the hell are you talking about? What are you talking about? So now David Aiello, his career is falling before him, right? Because let me show this real quick. Let me do this real quick. Damn that. Hold on, give me a second. Give me 1 second. So he's making his apology. He don't mean it. He doesn't mean it. So we're gonna do this right here. So I'm gonna show this real. So let me share my screen real quick. So this is David Aiello playing one of the most famous people in the world. We know that. This is Bass Reeves, who white people made him white and called him the Lone Ranger. I remember years ago, this is funny, I had a racist white guy I worked with. I knew he was racist, had a little rebel flag, and he came and he said, Keith, do you know something? Can I teach you? Like he's teaching me something. Can I teach you something? I said, what? You know that the Lone Ranger, I said, oh, are you trying to tell me the Lone Ranger was really a black man that they made white in the movies? Yeah. I said, I already know that. Thanks for nothing. You're telling me some shit. Yeah. Thanks for telling me some shit I already know. But this is him right here, right? And I've been said his ass do got to be canceled, right? So this is his ass right here playing Bass Reeves, this British goddamn Nigerian. Don't know nothing about our culture, nothing about the West. With Joe, I'm bringing this up because I seen Bass Reeves on Joby's screen, with Joby sharing the West. So I'm gonna show it. You see my screen, Joby?
Yes.
It sort of feels intentional.
I had a revelation, if you will, and I took some of your earnestness to Judge Parker. Eh?
Now look at him. He don't look no fucking Bass Reeves. Even his, see how much I see his mannerisms. Look how fake this looks.
Eh?
Yeah. Yeah.
And he wants to make you a goddamn deputy U.S. Marshal.
My ambition for this has always been to have an opportunity to contextualize the contribution of Black people to this.
It ain't black people, motherfucker. It's not you. Black Americans, not you. Black people now. It's black people. No, not you. It's black Americans that you didn't do none of this.
Country in a way that colors outside of the lines of what we have normally seen.
You think you can handle the weight of the badge? I had a...
And that's why the show, I think they're going to cancel the show because he's horrible in it. I never, when I seen him in it, I was like, I can't watch this shit. This shit's horrible. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what is this? What is this goofy shit? He looks British. Same way they said about, you have, who's that actor? They were talking about Idris Elba. They knew he wasn't black when they had him for The Wire and they had him read. They come and do an audition, and the white people like, wow. Like, damn, we're gonna hire him, but he's horrible because they can't be black Americans. You know, I don't care how much you act. I can't play like I'm Kenyan. I can act like Joe can do the goofy accent. She can't be a South African. They'll still get her because they'll see her mannerisms and not South Africans. And they'll listen to a goofy accent, yeah, but they'll see her mannerisms about the things they do every day and how they do slang every day amongst themselves. And say, your ass ain't South African. You tricky with that accent, girl, but we know your ass ain't South African. You're Cordy.
I'm a quick learner on accents. So
Not the accent.
I'm a quick adapter also of culture. Don't play with me. Yeah, I'm a quick adapter. Didn't someone say I'm talking Ebonics exactly? I'm a quick adapter of shit. Don't play with me, you know. I may be maybe a smaller one on some stuff, but not on everything, you know. Not on everything.
So people would know whether or not just some kind of mannerism. They would laugh about Idris Elba when they put him on The Wire. They knew his mannerisms were not black American. He's trying to do the black accent. And he said behind the scenes, the white producers was laughing. They were laughing at his ass because he was too British. He trying to bring, that's when Idris Elba just started trying to play a black person. He had the accent down like Joby had the accent, but they knew he wasn't because his mannerisms. So the producers said they went back and started laughing. They weren't laughing in his face. God damn, this motherfucker's mannerisms was terrible. You see, he's not from here, but he's got the accent down. Idris Elba had the accent, but he didn't have the swagger. He didn't have the, you know, just like this moron trying to be Bass Reeves. You can clearly see this motherfucker's no Bass Reeves. And shout to everybody. And that's a Ugandan guy. He keeps his mouth shut too. Who played when we played the movie with Fred Hampton? He was terrible. That movie was horrible. It was so bad. Him trying to play Fred Hampton, be a black person from Chicago. That's why people goofed on it. It was so bad. And the producer should have known. This movie's garbage. This dude, Ugandan motherfucker, is not. He can't even get the Chicago accent down right. I'm not from Chicago. I'm not good with accents like Joey. So I can't even get the Chicago accent. People know I'm not from no damn Chicago. I can't even get the Chicago accent down right. No, I'm keeping it real. I'm keeping it 100. Like me trying to sound like I'm from Atlanta. I can't get that shit down. You know, people know. His ass from California. Yeah, I'm Cali. So, but got this Ugandan trying to play Fred Hampton. It was horrible. The movie concept was good, but I said, man, you could have got the right actor for this part. This guy's not Fred Hampton. He's just horrible. He's not good. He's not good in the role. But They let him survive because he's a coon. He said coon as shit, but he's kept his mouth shut. See, a lot of these Africans have never fought for anything, so they're coon. And then they give an opportunity by white people. It's the white people that gave me opportunity, not you black people. But you're playing us. You're not playing about white. You're playing us. You're not playing them. You're playing us. It's not your history you're playing. You're playing our history. This is us. This is our lineage. This is our history. This is from our bones. It's our bones. Not you. I'm not going over there trying to play a Nigerian prince in one of them goofy Nollywood movies and have all this kind of cake soap on my face. Bleach it on my face. Go ahead, Joey. Go ahead. Go ahead, continue your video.
I'm not going to continue with that. I'll pick it up from there on Wednesday so I can share it with the video I had also penned in. So you can combine the stories, both the stories, because I wanted to share both of them. Since time is not going to allow.
We got a whole hour. We got like hour and 15 minutes.
With you? No, we don't. It's you. But yeah, let's talk a little bit about Carmelo Anthony's new update, the case update. Earlier today, I saw that his new legal team did file for motions requesting a new trial and that the judge should be removed from the case. So let me share a bit of that and then we continue from there. Just a second.
His legal team has officially filed 2 motions. One, to have the judge who presided over the case removed from any further proceedings, and 2, to have his sentence overturned. As it pertains to the judge being asked to recuse himself, they're saying that he made a statement to a local television station as well as a written statement to Fox News saying that he defends his verdict, that he feels like Carmelo Anthony got a fair trial. And the new legal team is saying that he cannot be a part of any post proceedings based on those statements because he would be biased since he already confirmed that he feels like the verdict was fair. In the second motion where they're asking for a new trial, they are saying that Carmelo Anthony's constitutional rights were violated and that they did not allow the trial to be accessible to the public, and saying that the prosecutors essentially backed away from an off-the-record agreement that led to Carmelo Anthony not testifying on his own behalf. So it is official. The ball has started rolling as promised by his new legal team in the appeal process for Carmelo Anthony.
It looks like Carmelo Anthony's team is fighting for a new trial and to get Judge John Roach dismissed. If you remember a couple of weeks ago, I reported that Carmelo Anthony had a new legal team behind him. And baby, they are not wasting any time. According to reports, Carmelo Anthony's team filed 2 motions. One to remove Judge John Roach from all post-trial proceedings, and another asking to have Carmelo Anthony's conviction thrown out completely. According to the motion, Carmelo Anthony's team argues that a new trial issue should be decided by a whole different judge and not Judge John Roach, and they want him to recuse himself. The reason Carmelo Anthony's team wants him to be dismissed is because of this interview.
Did the jury get it right?
Yeah, they did. You know why? Because they were picked based upon the law, the facts.
Jury,
in this very court, and they got a verdict.
Carmelo Anthony's team also said he defended his courtroom rulings, declared Carmelo Anthony's trial a fair trial. He also said that Collin County should be the example for all murder trial proceedings. Yeah, where white people get to judge everybody and their mama? I'm sorry. The second motion filed said Carmelo Anthony's constitutional rights were violated. His team also argued that courtroom access restrictions deprived him of a public trial. Prosecutors backed away from the off-record agreement that ultimately did not allow Carmelo Anthony to testify. In his own defense, we all know Carmelo Anthony got 35 years with a possible parole in like 17. Just because his team filed these motions doesn't mean they're going to get them, but we're going to keep our fingers crossed.
Yeah, so let's hope the judge is going to literally be removed from the case, and we see how the case is going to happen. Maybe for once, we're gonna see
this political, but it's got a light on it. They want to bury it. They want to keep his ass in prison, but it's got such a light on it. It's so obviously that it was a biased trial that they might have no choice but to, go ahead and have another trial, because this was obviously railroaded. But You know, a lot of white people don't even care. They're like, so what? We don't care. We don't care. We know we're racist. We don't care if you know we're racist. See how racism works better when most people pretend like it doesn't exist. It can do more damage when you can pretend like it doesn't exist. You know, it stays under the wire. Like a lot of goopy Africans see, oh, you black people always crying about racism. Racism doesn't exist. The white man is not the bad. You know, same shit they were doing in Africa. But like I said, shout out to the Kenyans waking up. They know who the fuck is the problem. There's imperialism, white people still in the country. You know, the Africans been under this goofy ass. A lot of American black coons. It always morphosizes itself to be more stealthy. It changes. It becomes more sophisticated. It doesn't. It's able to rule you better with it not being in your face. But now it has to be close and personal in your face, because with them dying out and them scared of losing power globally, they got to be upfront and in your face with it, right? They got to be brutal. Everybody want to brutalize you again. They got to keep it brutal in your face to hold power, because their power is waning. That's why they run around here like chickens with their heads cut off. They're scared. They see it, an assertion of African people globally, and their power is almost on the way out. And that's why I always want to segue this eventually into Iran and the restart of this war. What's this, Joby?
We're getting into that just in a second. We also have in New Jersey, where there is a black father who agrees to 3-year plea deal after fatally punching a white man who repeatedly called his children the N-word, and the judge said he should have called the police. So
call the police. They never haven't called the police. Police would have Jordan and called his ass a nigga.
Exactly. Exactly. So, this is the point where I feel like there's some parents who are trying to take matters into their own hands, because there's already so much that is out of hand, and the police or investigations are not being done correctly. There's a lot of ignorance when it comes to the black people's and their life and their children, to be specific here. The children, the women, the men, everyone is a target. So I'm proud of him. For once, at least you've seen a man who is
That's what we're supposed to do. You let somebody just come. And he had a pretty good punch because he killed the guy. But the white man in death for saying that word. Hey, keep your mouth shut talking about my kids. You don't get to berate my children, disrespect them, walk free.
Exactly. And another same case, we have another video also showing how, I'd say, similarity to the case we are now reporting yesterday. This issue of going swimming. Going swimming with some white kids. This shows actually now something totally different. This is not the same video, but this is where a black boy went swimming with a group of white children or boys, and they were forcing him to swim. The same thing, it goes back to what you are saying. Most of the black people don't know how to swim. So the boy was insistently telling them, I don't know how to swim. I don't know how to swim. So I don't know what really happened at
Take the best on nothing. They didn't go save him. Did he die?
The reports are not clear, because they say a black child shouldn't have endured monkey noises, because they were doing monkey noises, the racial slurs, humiliating him, telling him he's not a man enough. How dare he doesn't know how to swim? Why does he have a life jacket? A life-saving jacket and all that. So it's crazy.
Whose parents are these? Whose parents are these? Whose parents? Let me kids are white savages. I still don't understand this.
You can swim down wherever you fucking retard. Bro, how am I gonna get you back home? You don't think Mama Marquise is gonna be worried? Yeah, your mom. My mom's name. My dad, your mom.
They're telling me your mommy is gonna be worried. Is your dad gonna be worried?
Remember, I told you, I always said it, a chimpanzee colony. These savages have chimp in them. Mass amounts of chimp in their DNA. And that's why they behave in such ways. It's about dominance, not about any empathy. You're dealing with a human that looks like you're dealing with an animal that looks like a human. You're dealing with a humanized animal. That's why, Joby showed you a couple of weeks ago, they have fucking dead deers on the side of the road. So you're dealing with a humanized animal. And black people ain't understood this. This is genetically factual. You know, you don't want to humanize animal, not a human being. So who's leaving their kids alone with these people?
It's crazy.
About you. I think that's why.
And then film it. And then also, parents, why are you out there? You know you can't swim. What are you trying to prove to anybody? You know you do not know how to swim. It doesn't make any sense to me. I'm angry as a parent. Whose parent is this boy's? Who's this boy's parents? Go ahead. And we died.
No, I'm black. It doesn't matter. It's not gonna say. Oh, yes, it does. Bro, I'll just find a way.
Same shit they did. That was a grown man when they did this shit to his stupid ass. Shit.
Bro, you have a life jacket. I'm gonna die. Standing right
Hold
now.
on.
You have to go. You did that to get over there. We taught him how to swim. Oh, so I can just like hold on.
And here if you want.
Yeah, I might drown.
It's like it's green.
There you go.
Thank you.
What's your name? What's your name?
My name is Marquise. Everybody calls me Lamar because I go to like Danella.
Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was okay getting over here. They think I'm about to swim back. I can't even swim.
Good job right now.
Yes, it's crazy. Why are you going somewhere, man? Please.
These kids are moron. They're going. Kids are moron. I can't even swim. And he goes. See, this is a future coon. Coon babble. He wants to be accepted by these people. He wouldn't even mad. Yeah, I know y'all almost died, but you know, hey, everything's okay. Can I suck your white dick? I'm start young.
Oh my God. So we have the main conversation. I think time is going to lose. I'm going to go back to my videos before we wind up later and finish those videos that I've left pending them. But we're getting into the Iran war. Recently, that was early today in the morning, we had a report from Iran saying that they have hit the U.S. base in Bahrain and warned of more attacks.
In Kuwait. So, yes, what we found out about this thing, America's not, this is white supremacy. I think for them, based in race, sorry, you goofy Africans in America, stand this. It's couldn't make anything about race, black people, shut up, stupid. So, they had a memorandum of understanding, you guys, that was signed a few weeks ago. And America's constantly broken because they don't want to be held to any certain standards where they can't practice their white supremacist savagery. Kill at will, blow up shit, and just take, right? Because Iran had, that's what I'm looking for, Iran had successfully understood the demon that they were dealing with. And so they, innovated their stockpile of weapons, knowing that this savage would be soon knocking on the door to come see them. They know it was only a matter of time, even though they got Iraq on the west of them, then on the east of them they got Afghanistan. They knew they was coming to see them eventually. Because Iraq, they couldn't allow Iran to be free after they threw out the CIA and the other puppets that they put in charge back in 79 or 78. And so Iraq, since it's in a strategic choke point of the world known as the Strait of Hormuz, and they can control that strait, and 20 to 30% of the world's oil, lithium, liquid gas, and fertilizers come from that region, they can break the world's back, destroy the world's economy. And since America doesn't have the military might to completely go and destroy them, right, which they want to do, they want to destroy them so bad they can taste it, but they don't have the numbers. See how white people don't got enough numbers no more? People dying for them. Military's not big enough, right? So they can't really go in with sufficient numbers and do an attack on Iran. See, a war like this, you need ground forces to run into Iran. And you can't do it from the air. You can't just bomb somebody from planes and think you're going to put them into submission. Not a country of 90 million and above. It's not going to happen. And so America has been exposed as the paper giant it's been. See, I told you it's better to pretend you're still a superpower by not doing that, because that's still the image in people's heads. But when you show people you're not, like, oh, they can be beaten. They're not as great as I can. They're not as great as I thought they were. So now you start to lose credibility. See, America could always use its Navy. America had a superior Navy. So it could always, back in the day, it could always amass a Navy on your shores and say, you're going to do what we tell you to do. Well, we're going to pull you to smithereens. But now you see that the naval power that America has amassed is worthless because people have what? Created a way to destroy the navies, right? With drones and hypersonic missiles, that you can't use a naval bombardment or the fear of a naval bombardment to get a country to submit to your will and put their puppets in there. And then you steal all their resources and all the money goes back to white people, like they're doing all around Africa right now, right? Right, and the rest of the world, because they're natural thieves. Because remember, they come from savages who never had anything. So that's still their mental state. Stealing, robbing. And since everybody respects power, as we had all the other races bow down to white people. So they set up a racial pyramid scheme around the world, white on top, black on the bottom. That's why all other people around the world disrespect black people, no matter what goofy name you call yourself. Indian, Nigerian, Kenyan, Black American, Jamaican, whatever goofy name you decide. As a black person, you're on the bottom. Where I designed it. And so, and people went along with that because America had what? Because white people had what? The military might to back up what they wanted to do. They had the aggression, the violence to make you do what they need to do. So this is a kink in the armor that Iran has been able to stand on its feet and not give white people their assholes. And see, and this is doing something to white psychology in the White House and also in Europe. They can see the decline of their power in real time. Remember, these savages have been able to destroy countries for 500 years, invade them, steal, rape, kill at will. No one able to stop them. So with Iran being able to put a stop on it, they can't accept this. They won't accept it. So they're willing, as Dr. John Clark told you, they're willing to blow up the world if they can't control it. If he can't control it and own the resources and be on top, he'll rather blow this bitch up. So nobody will have it. And so that's what you're seeing. Because with this engaging now, Iran's already said, yeah, we're going to destroy the world's economy. So I want you guys to get ready. Iran said, we're not going to show our asshole to you. We're just going to go down with the ship. And if you guys don't understand, they've had these over the 4th, they did it on purpose. The funeral for their leader that the Americans murdered, the kids. Remember, they murdered the leader's whole family. They murdered the leader's whole family. His daughter, his grandkids, blew up them children. Understand, this is how evil these white people are. Right? So they made sure they put it on America's Independence Day as a slap in the face to America. And you had crowds, I think this is the biggest crowds in the world has ever seen for a funeral. Between 20 and 30 million people out there. Because the previous biggest one in the Guinness World Record books was the last leader I told them when they first overthrew the white man in Iran, the Shah in 79, 78. When he died in 89, that was the biggest funeral ever. But I think this is double that. So that destroyed their fake white superiority credibility. Oh, we're going to bomb Iran to help the people. Remember, they're always going to help the people. That's the word they're doing about Burkina Faso to send it up. Oh, the Burkina Faso people are under threat, and it's civil rights being. These people don't give a shit about those civil rights and people. But that's the scam they use. We got to go help the black people in Burkina Faso because their civil rights are now being abused. They've been abused because now they're trying to take back their power and their money. And how dare you? So this is what's going on now. So now we find out that America, through Israel, right? We know it's out. See, the secret's out now. There's no more allegedly. Everybody's now where I'm at. Even the Kenyans now know what I've been telling for 25 fucking years. Who runs this world? Who runs this country? So now it's openly known that Is Not Real runs this country through the Rothschild family. It's known now, and it's not no more fringe theory. It's not no longer there's no longer a speculation or conspiracy theory. This is known, and it's being said. Right? It's now being said. Reason why you get shadow banned. They own everything. You say they own everything. You get you anti-Semitic and all those other big talking points. When you just do simple research, you know who owns everything on all social media, on all media, to shape a fake narrative, keep you in lies. So now with this happening, so now they decided now they're going to go against the MOU that they signed, right? They're going to go against the MOU that they signed, right? So the MOU was that they would release Iran's money that they stole, right? They stole billions of dollars like they always do. America also controls the financial system of the world, right? The banking system. So when they get to bomb your country, also steal the money that you have in the banking system, controlled by you know who. You know who controls these banks. We're not going to say it. We know who, right? That's why all these leaders in Africa have all this money they stole in these banks outside of Africa. Isn't that interesting? So they had stolen billions of dollars from Iranian oil sales that had to run because the financial system globally was set up and controlled by these people. So to do any commerce in the world globally, you had to use their banking scam, their banking system. So they could freeze your funds, shout out to Kanye West and everybody find out the truth. Like a person and a country to steal your shit. And so Iran was asking, part of this memorandum of understanding to get their money back, and also that they were going to control now the Strait of Hormuz moving forward. Because it is in their water system, it's not international waters. Strait of Hormuz is actually in their water, but they never charge a toll. It said any other ships want to move oil in and out of here, they're going to have to pay a $3 million toll, or you won't get any oil. And that's the way it's going to be. See, so with Iran defeating America, which they did do, so America had to agree this because, like I said, America's in a very precarious place because we are financially destitute. We don't make shit. We don't make anything. That's the dirty little secret that these morons shipped everything to China, made them a power. So our economy is fragile based on fake schemes, fake stock market scams, right? Where it's a fake evaluation. So America's economy is a house of cards. It's a Ponzi scheme. It's fake. It's phony. Not built on anything anymore. So it's like the emperor has no clothes. See, back in the day, America, like I had Joby show you guys, we were a manufacturing might of the world. Now that's now gone. So what's now being in debt, $40 trillion, causing a war, and everybody's now trying to decouple from the American dollar because its value is almost useless, right? That's the reason why you got BRICS. And the same people building BRICS. Don't think BRICS is fighting America. America's fighting Britain. I'm fighting BRICS. The same people understand that the American dollar is collapsed because they're the ones collapsing. They know it's going to collapse. That's why they created BRICS. So when America collapsed, they just move over there and rule the world through that financial system. And that's the scam. You think they're fighting each other. No. They bled America dry. America's on its last leg. It's a fallen empire. So as it falls, they just move their system to the east. They continue what they're doing. As everybody here in America starves and becomes a third world nation. And so what happens now with Iran not playing ball, right? Because they had to release the sanctions, stop the fake blockade, because they really can't blockade Iran with their naval forces because the Navy can't come too close to the Strait of Hormuz. They'll get blown out the water. Iran has the technology now. There is no naval vessels going to come close to their shores without being sunk and going to the bottom of the ocean. And then also Iran has this, a lot of the internet cables that connect Africa and America to the internet runs under the Strait of Hormuz. So they can cut all the internet off because it runs through that strait and they control those waters. So they can cut everybody's internet off because all transactions run through the internet. That's how I pay Joby. If I can't send money to the internet, they can't get paid. So Iran is saying, okay, just keep it up. We're going to cut off the internet for the world. For this part of the world, we're going to cut it off. Africa's connected to that internet. The Middle East is connected to that internet. And so is China. Because if you guys remember, China and Russia were trying to create their own internet inside their country, that it was not subjected to the world's internet. Because, see, this is now volatile because you now have countries now, like in Iran, on the rise that you can't just threaten them with complete obliteration. They don't have to capitulate no more to your savagery because they've built themselves up militarily enough to defend themselves against you. And so that's what the West is going crazy about, right? Going crazy. So with Netanyahu supposed to be visiting Trump in the next couple of days or tomorrow or so. See, Israel wants this war for the Greater Israel Project. They want to keep this war continually going because they're trying to steal those lands and those resources. But like I said, they got one big problem, Iran. And now they're telling you about Turkey, right? Puts up CNN. They're talking about, Turkey's going to be next. And you heard Israel say, the Turkish Empire's died and it'll never come back. Because if you guys didn't know, see, the cat's out the bag. There's no more conspiracy. It was the cats with the hats that destroyed the Turkish Empire. And you guys don't know about the Turkish Empire control what we call today Saudi Arabia, Syria, Jordan, Israel, Egypt, Abu Dhabi, Dubai, Bahrain, Qatar, Kuwait. So the Turks controlled all of that. All that area was part of the Turkish Ottoman Empire. There was no Saudi Arabia. There was no Dubai. This is 100 years ago. These places did not exist on the map as a country. This was the Ottoman Turk Empire. So the reason for the First World War, the Rothschilds wanted to break up they wanted to break up Russia and break up the Ottoman Empire. They got a 2-for-1. They got control of Russia. They didn't break it up, but they got control of it. What we call the fake revolution created by the cats with the hats. And so they were trying to get 2 for 1. They wanted to break up the Ottoman Empire. They got that done because they couldn't create Israel, remember, without the Ottomans being destroyed. It's known history now. No more conspiracy theories. Because they came to the Ottomans in the 1800s and asked the Ottomans, could they take Israel? And the Turks said, absolutely not. Hell no. These are the Zionists. These are the Zionists that actually run the world now. So they came to the Turks 150 years ago, 160 years ago, and asked, could they have Israel? Turks said, you out of your fucking mind? Part of the Turkish Empire? That's a no. That's an absolute no. And so, it's okay, cool. They went back and devised the way they're going to break it up. Today, you see most people know history. They just think Turkey. They don't know Turkey was an empire. Turkey was an empire. Had control of Greece. All of Greece was Turkey. Was the Turkish Empire all the way almost up to what we call Europe, modern day Europe, all the way up to almost up to Romania. Okay, so geopolitically, that's what you're dealing with now, right? So with Iran, and Iran would not have any allies because these fake Arab countries, they told you, these fake Arab countries, they're all fake. When the Ottoman Empire fell, the Rothschilds put their puppets in there. These fake kingdoms, Saudi kingdom. Remember, everybody in the West, the white people never tell you, why aren't there any democracies in Dubai, in Abu Dhabi, in Qatar, in Oman, in Bahrain, and Kuwait, and Saudi Arabia? Why don't they ever scream for no democracy there? Because remember, these countries were created by the British Rothschilds. British, don't ever think about the British Empire. It's controlled by the Rothschild family. So is the French Empire. Rothschilds control all that shit. So when they broke up the Ottoman Empire, they created all these fake kingdoms. Saudi kingdom, Abu Dhabi kingdom, Dubai kingdom, Bahrain kingdom, all fake. And for the first time, shout out to Iran mentioned it. These fake kingdoms are fake. They are. Only one that was there was still Iran. It wasn't a fake kingdom. But they had control of Iran by putting a fake king in there that they overthrew in 79. They had a revolution. So for the last 40 years, 50 years almost, the fake kingdoms have been working in tandem with their Israeli masters to destabilize and try to destroy Iran. That's what's been going on, right? From Iraq, with Saddam Hussein trying to invade Iran in 1980, they had a 10-year-long war backed by the United States and the Israelis for Iraq to invade Iran and try to take it over. Okay? Oh, that's never reported that they tried that they invaded Iran with Iraq and used chemical weapons on the Iranian people, which is outlawed. But they run the world, so the UN said it's outlawed, but then nobody go to prison for using chemical agents on innocent Iranian people. That's what these savages did. And if you guys know anything about chemical warfare, ain't nothing nice. Biological and chemical warfare. That's what they did with the goopy Africans. Biological warfare is silent. Well, you got AIDS running crazy. Biological warfare. Silent. That these moronic Africans think that they had sex, they got AIDS. Okay. You come from conservative cultures, so you get AIDS to no sex. Biological warfare. But so Iran not capitulating. This is making the people upset, the people in America and Europe upset. We rule. We're supposed to rule everything. We're supposed to rule everything. Nobody escapes our goddamn rule. Not no fucking African, not no goddamn Arab, nobody. Your rule falls under us. Period. Or there will be savage actions against you. So Iran, and that's why everybody's all surprised that Iran was able to defeat America. Everybody's like, why? The Chinese are fucked up. The Russians are fucked up. Everybody's all messed up, right? And Iran has now gained, see, through fighting, you gain. Iran has now gained a level of respect like that they never had, like they said. You know, they put all these hostile fake countries around these fake kingdoms. Like all the African nations, they're all fake. Kenya, Ghana, it's all fake. White man created them, still controls them. They're fake. So that's what all these fake Arab countries are. They're fake. They're all fake. They're all phony. These kingdoms are all phony. And so that's why they had to capitulate and allow American bases into their countries to have strikes against Iran. Because they don't run these. Could be Arabs don't run shit, but they know. Not on the global scheme, not as far as world power is concerned. And so Iran has broke that 10 plate. So now they're now putting the sanctions. Remember, they through the MOU, they were supposed to release the Iranian sanctions, give them back their money, and allow them to have control of the straits where people can come in and out. And it's almost like a toll system. You can come out, you can come and get your oil and leave, but it's a $3 million toll. And the world goes back to normal. You just got to pay us our money. But white people, they can't accept this. That's them not having control. And that's not acceptable for white people not to have control of the planet. This is unacceptable. And so everybody, you can see the Senate, Democrat and Republican like tearing out their hair. But this can't be we won't allow this, but they can't stop it. Because look, if you got the American military industrial complex has been exposed as a fraud. These fucked up overpriced weapons that don't work. The weapons are garbage. They charge you billions of dollars for weapons that don't even work. And weapons that are outdated and passed for earlier war period, right? Wars now run asymmetrically. They're not run by battleships showing up on your shores and asking you to, pull down your pants and touch your ankles. You can't tell people to just pull down their pants and touch their ankles no more. While you rape them. So you thought you'd go to Iran and tell them, pull down your pants, bend over and touch your ankles. And that didn't work. It's not going to work now. See, Iran has enough firepower now to withstand an American attack. So let me fast forward. This is where we run out of time. We got 30 minutes. So America decided to be slick and, of course, not follow no rules because these white men are not trustable about their power. So Iran said, okay, you can use our straits, right? No problem. You can use us. You just got to you got to pay us. When they told them for 60 days, you can come in for free, get your own lead. But after 60 days, we're going to start charging ships. So America said, F you, fuck that. We're going to go where we want to go. So we're going to take our ships along the borders of Oman. And so since Oman really don't have the military power to stop what Iran's doing, Iran decided to bomb those vessels coming into those shores without their permission. Because it was part of the memorandum that America signed that we would adhere to the memorandum that said Iran has now taken over complete control of the Gulf of Hormuz, right? They had complete control of it. But America didn't want to go along with that because these savages don't want to be told what to do. So Iran bombed those two vessels and said, listen here, you're now going against what we signed, what the agreement is. And so white people, they decided to go back and bomb Iran, right? I'll show you, we'll bomb the shit out you. Okay, but you're not going to stop. You're not going to change the situation. Yeah, you can bomb us, but you can't change the situation on the ground, us having control of the straits. It's not going to stop the global economy from collapsing. You're not going to stop that. You can bomb us, and after you get through bombing us, we know that they bombed Bahrain and Kuwait. But Iran's already told you, all oil will take it out, will take all of it down. So this is the dirty little secret. Iran has the power. See, this is the card that they have. They can destroy the world's economy. They can destroy the Saudi Arabian oil fields, the Emirates oil fields, which is Abu Dhabi, Dubai, all these goofy fake Arab states, Bahrain, Qatar, Oman, Kuwait. Take it all down. Europe doesn't have any oil. I mean, ain't it funny? These savages have ruled the world. They don't have any resources. Isn't this funny? The savages that run the world with their fake scams, fake banking schemes, don't have any real resources. So when Iran blows all this shit up, they're done. But now, see that? Ain't it funny? They now run to the African Dangote to please give them oil refinery products, which they said when it was open, oh, this goofy nigga, his stuff don't work right. Because remember the scams to keep Africans on the bottom. They told Dangote his oil refinery was garbage and they didn't need it. But now the Europeans have run to Dangote, please, nigga, give us oil to keep our country going. Right? Because Iran holds all the cards in the straits. And that's where Europe gets the majority of its oil supplies. Because Europe doesn't have any resources. It's poor. It's going to go back into poverty. So the savages are upset that they're about to go back into poverty. Where they came from. And see, they don't have the numbers anymore to project this savagery around the world. So that's what they're talking about. They were threatening Iran. We're going to put boots on the ground, boots on the ground. First of all, you don't have enough people. Okay? They put boots on the ground. Secondly, where are you going to put them at? What ground? Iran makes thousands of drones a day. So where are you going to stage these where are you going to stage these boots on the ground at? Where Iran won't just completely wipe them out. See, warfare has changed, asymmetrical now. See, so America can't get past this because our military was built for the war 100 years ago. It's been exposed now. They've been getting trillions of dollars every year from the American taxpayers to make garbage. So now you know it's a money laundering scheme. It's a money laundering scam to make garbage weapons that don't work. To make white people billionaires for garbage shit. It's a laundering scam. So when it had to go to real war, it can't. Shit don't work. And it's outdated technology. It can't defend nobody, nor can it take out a country. Uh-oh. And the fact that these goofy weapons that they do make that don't work takes years to make. Not only that they're garbage and they don't work, they take years to make because American manufacturing power is garbage. It's garbage. America don't have real manufacturing like China does anymore. So it takes years to make weapons that don't even work. So you can't even fight the war against Iran because you don't have the weaponry. And when you do build them, it's going to take you 5 years. And the 5 years that it takes you to build them, you'll use them all in a month. The 5 years, this is how unsustainable. And Iran knows this. Iran talks about openly. It's funny. It'll take you 5 years to build a goopy stockpile of weapons. It don't work. Over budget, billions of dollars of garbage. And you'll use that in a month fighting Iran. And then you say, oh, we need a ceasefire. We need a memorandum of understanding. So you go back and build another 5 months, another 5 years to build weapons that you can only use in a month. It don't work. So this is America's the emperor has no clothes moment. This is their moment. And they're scared to death of it. So this is them lashing out. And the only thing white people know how to do, they're savagery. So now they're bombing the shit out of Iran. Boom, 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 boom. All night long they've been bombing Iran. Just blowing up innocent people. But the reality on the ground is that Iran telling you, hey, yes, you bombed the shit out the country. Good. Good looking out. You did that. You did that thing. But we still control the oil flow. We still control the Strait of Hormuz, and no oil for you or Europe or Africa. You get it? Get it now? Yes, you bombed us. Yeah, you did that. You bombed the fuck out of it. Blew up buildings, kids, schools, hospitals, gas stations. We already told you, you fuck with the power, and that's a wrap. Put us in the dark, and that's a wrap. Iran already told you, fuck around with our power system and our water, and that's a wrap. We're going to bomb Saudi Arabia back into the Stone Age. We're going to bomb Abu Dhabi and Dubai. They already told you, Abu Dhabi and Dubai will cease to exist. So you motherfuckers living in Abu Dhabi and Dubai, you goofy Africans, they already told you. I'm sure Professor Morandi told you better leave. You better get your ass out of there. We told you. You better go. Because we're going to wipe it off the map. And the funny thing is, everybody now knows they have the technical ability to do it. There's no more talk. Not Iran just blowing smoke up people's asses. Not talk. Everybody knows they got the capability. Everybody now giving Iran a show of respect. I told you, you got to fight people. Now everybody's giving Iran respect. Pakistanians, the goopy Indians. Everybody's giving Iran all this respect now. Russians, Chinese. Oh shit, you Iranians are y'all ain't to be fucked with. Yeah, nah, we're not gonna open our asshole. We're not gonna bend over, take down our pants and touch our ankles. We're not gonna do that. So I'm gonna let Joey show these videos. What she gonna show? Okay. Half an hour late. Got half an hour.
So
we'll go, Joe.
The peace agreement between Iran and the U.S. is not a peace agreement, and it's not failing in the sense of the way a ceasefire would fail. It's failing in a sense of they're using the agreement as cause to further escalate the problem. And they're both misunderstanding each other on what the MOU stands for.
No,
so Iran believes the MOU.
Pause. It's like when people get online and don't know shit. Shut up, lady. You're a moron. They're not using to misunderstand anything. They both understand what's going on. Don't misunderstand in here, lady. Go back and learn geopolitics. You're an idiot. Iran know that they're not to be trusted. They've already told, so they're not misunderstanding. They already told you don't trust them. America's not to be trusted. They already told you they already told you that America's going to violate it, which they're doing. But we're going to get what we can get while we can, because we know America's going to start this war again. So we want to use them getting our money so we can start rebuilding our weaponry. So when these savages attack us again. So there's no misunderstanding, lady. They understand that America is going to attack them, and they're not to be trusted. So they said we need our money. We need to be able to ship our oil out of here and get money from it, because these savages they're not going to do right by this memorandum that they signed Because I told you, and like Joey's learned that white people don't never do right. They don't never keep their agreements. That's what Iran already told you, lady. They'll never keep their agreements. You got them online, tell you, we don't expect them to keep none of this. But why is doing it? We're going to rebuild our shit. We're going to sell our oil. We're going to get our damn money back. Because we know we're not. They already told you, lady. There's no America's not going to buy it. They probably didn't think it was going to be this quick. They said, we already know America's not going to buy none of this. They're not going to buy it, but we're going to try to get our money. And we're going to try to sell our oil. Because we know this savage is coming. He's not going to buy by nothing he agreed to. We already know it. But go ahead, Joe. Let's see this. White people go ahead.
On Iran, but is it the end of the so-called ceasefire? Let's start with what we know. One, this is not the first time since the U.S. and Iran signed that memorandum of understanding in mid-June that the U.S. and Iran have, according to each other, violated the MOU and then the attack.
According to each other. It's not according to each other. America has violated. Iran has not. Iran has did everything they said they were going to do according to the memorandum. This is how you know you get propaganda, white goopy talking points. That's not what happened. America has violated the memorandum of understanding. Iran has not. Iran told you that America would do it. And remember, America even tried to assassinate the people before they even signed the goofy agreement. They tried to kill. This is how savage these white savages are. America talking about Israel and we're going to try to assassinate the people who were going to sign the agreement with America. They were open for assassination. Well, Trump said, we're going to blow them up. We're going to blow them out the sky. Now I'm going to sign an agreement with Joe. Said, Joe, you know, we've had beef. Let's put away our beef. Let's sign this agreement. And Joe says, okay, where we're going to meet? I said, we're going to meet downtown or what they call Africa. We're going to meet the central, the CBD of Nairobi at a nice restaurant where we can both be on equal plane. We're going to sign. And Joby's coming. I said, but I'm going to blow Joby ass up. I'm going to kill her ass when she shows. I'm going to blow her ass up on the way coming there. I'm going to shoot her in the head. Well, why am I going to come? You're going to shoot me in the head. We're going to come to sign this agreement. Why would I show up? That's what America told Iran. We're going to kill you. We're going to shoot you in the head. Go, Joe, see this white man saying.
Has attacked Iran again in retaliation for Iran attacking 3 commercial ships in the Strait of Hormuz. Iran said the ships did not follow the path it wanted them to follow. Iran is claiming ships can only go.
They're not claiming. That's part of the. See how white people lie? They're not claiming. That's part of the MOU. That's in the written agreement. They're not claiming anything. See, I want to know how disingenuous these savages are. The agreement. They made an agreement in writing. So Iran's going to control the straits. All vessels can move in and out according to Iran. All you have to do is let us know that you're coming. We're going to let you go through, get your oil, and come back out. But you got to follow our instructions in, our instructions out. So it's not ambiguous. That's in the writing of the agreement. So it's not what this white man is saying. Iran is saying they didn't do it. They're saying all this fake savage talk that these white people do. The lies they tell. Go ahead, Joby.
Through certain corridors, or it's going to blow them up. The U.S. said no, and we're blowing up Iran again. At the same time, Trump has also
So he said, and we're blowing up Iran. He didn't say that America broke the agreement, which they did. He said Iran just said some crazy stuff. And said, we're going to bomb you and bomb them because that's part of the agreement. America signed an agreement. If I make an agreement with Joby, I got to keep the agreement that I made with her. If I don't follow the agreement, I breached the contract. There's not no, well, Joby said some shit, I said some shit, and some shit happened. What was the agreement? What was the agreement that you signed? Well, that don't matter. I'm white, and I say so. Go ahead, Joe.
moved the exemption he had initially provided for Iran to sell oil. That's now gone. And the concern now is that Iran is going to possibly shut down the Strait of Hormuz again, which, as you know, exports 20% of the world's oil and natural gas.
See, they got the Trump card, pun intended. They control the Straits of Hormuz. That means they can collapse the world's economy. So you can bomb me all day, white man. Bomb away. But at the end of the day, ain't no oil getting out of here without me. And everybody in a few months is gonna be butt naked, sucking their own penises. Talking about they can't get back and forth to work. Lights are turned off, and everybody's starving. So you can bomb my country all day. But at the end of the day, I control that oil that goes in and out of here. It ain't nothing gonna stop that. Go ahead, Joe.
Specifically, the U.S. has hit a couple different areas, some ports, some civilian shipping, et cetera, from Iran. As I said, 3 commercial ships were hit by the Iranians. Guys, this is not going well. We've been working for all. Trump claimed that all the deal was done, right? That we had peace in our time. And there was only a few things that had to be agreed to, that Iran had agreed to everything. They hadn't agreed to anything. And the concern now is that Iran kind of knows we're desperate for peace because we lost.
Exactly. That's how you can't trust these. They can't be trusted. This savage, this half-human. Exactly. They know we're desperate because Iran controls the world economy. And you can't do nothing about it. But white people being savages, they won't follow the agreement that they signed. It's not like Iran said, hey, you can come and get the oil, but you must come through us. If you don't, that's a breachment of the contract. If I tell Joby, okay, Joby, you come to my house, but you got to come knock and say, you know, Caribou Sana and Tepidali, can I come in? I said, yes, Joby, come on in. Joby says, fuck that. Fuck what keep talking. Damn his ass. This gonna just come in, not come in and find Joby in the living room, watching TV, eating my popcorn. I said, Joby, how you getting here? I'm Joby. That's how I got here. What? You Joby? That's how you got in here? All right. I'm gonna show you. So I go back to the bedroom, get my steel. You Joby, huh? Joby, if you don't get your ass, get your ass out this house. Shoot you in the back of your head. Go ahead.
And they're willing to basically dick around and jerk us around because in the end, they know we're not willing to go back to war again. This is very bad.
Yes, they say, jerk them around. Iran is just everything they're supposed to do. But see, white people, see, he's a savage. I told you, it doesn't matter what I told you. Get out of that Republican and Democrat bullshit they teach. They're all savages. And they want the world to be unfair and give it to them. He's not saying that Iran didn't do anything wrong. Nothing wrong. Iran followed the agreements. It's these white savages that broke the agreements. Not Iran. Go to the next. I can't listen to savage. Go to somebody else.
With the Iran ceasefire possibly over, can we expect the resumption of full-scale hostilities?
Remember, he told you, I blew everything up. I've blown everything. Everything's blown up. I've blown everything up. They're blowing the kingdom come. They can't do nothing. I've blown everything up. Just the lies. And see, remember, the cat with the hat media they own. Most American people are stupid. They believe this stupid shit. He's a moron. He's an idiot. Imagine a white man who's never succeeded at nothing is the president. That's how you know you're in a failed empire. This moron has never made $1 in his life. He's corrupt. He's idiotic. He's stupid. He's fat. He stinks. He shits on himself. This is literal. This ain't me make. This is all literally. Got a diaper on with doo-doo up in it. Dookie booty, motherfucker head. Racist. He's an idiot. But somehow he's the president. This moron has never made $1 in his life. Everything he's touched has failed. Every business. Who's propped him up? You know, people made this moron president. This moron's never made $1. Go ahead. He's
very badly, as they have for 47 years.
And not only is he a despicable lot, he's also a pedophile. See, we always forget that. He's also a pedophile. He's a pedophile. No allegedly shit. He's been putting his dick in babies. He's a pedophile. Shout out to Iran for making them videos. Your leaders are pedophiles. That's right. Babies know. Go ahead.
Hit them hard last night after they launched a couple of, you don't have to know about this, you got stuff on your mind, but they launched a couple of drones and one rocket, one missile, and at ships because they were in the strait, which they have every right to be. And so we hit them very hard last night.
We have every right to be. The memorandum said they don't have the right. That's what you signed. The memorandum says they don't have the right to be. You signed the memorandum saying that Iran has control of the straits and you're going to follow by their lead. See, this is crazy. See, and Iran told you, we know these savages are not going to follow what they signed. We know they're not going to do it. They never do. They never do. And so, shout out to Putin. And Putin told the truth. You know, Putin, white, don't trust me. Putin told you that the West has been savages. Putin openly said these savages have never followed anything. They've been eating babies and fucking children. This is Putin saying it. Because if you guys don't know, the reason why you got the Ukraine, Russian war, because they want to break up Russia. Whole thing was that they've been trying to break up Russia like they do in Africa, make it into different pieces and steal Russia's resources. That's the dirty scam. They wanted to use Ukraine as a damn whipping board to try to go to destroy Russia and break it up. Remember, Russia's got resources. The rest of Europe don't. So they want to break up Russia and able to make 5 different countries out of it and control its resources. Same way they want to do in the Congo, Sudan, Guinea Faso, same shit in Africa. Break it up and control the resources and keep everybody impoverished, fucked up. That's the savage's goal. That's what they do globally. Go ahead, Joe.
We'll probably hit them hard again tonight. I'll give them a little warning. We're going to hit them hard tonight. But we'll see how it all works out. No, I'm not happy with them. You know, it's like, for instance, we'll have a meeting and we'll talk about the denuclearization of Iran, because that's what it was. It's
we're not going to denuclearize that. Like I told you, Iran got that nuclear bomb. They got that bomb. They got it. Think they don't got it? Him talking crazy. And I know the CIA already told his dumb ass too that they got it. I know they got that bomb. They were too close to getting it. They don't trust these savages. They completed that bomb. That bomb's dead. And everybody else been saying the same thing I've been saying. Iran's same way North Korea got that bomb. They knew these savages gonna keep coming. And when they came back to North Korea, well, we want to discuss your nuclear capability. No, North Korea said we already got it. We already got the goddamn bomb. Think we trust you white savages? We know how you do. You know you come savagey, bomb country, steal shit. We got it already. So you want to play with us? We got the nuclear bomb. So Iran ain't stupid. Iran's got that bomb. They just ain't told nobody yet. Iran has got that bomb. I bet my life that Iran has that nuclear bomb. They just ain't told nobody. I'm sure he knows. I'm sure the CIA done told him, hey, moron, Iran's got that bomb. They got it. So we're going to be denuclearize Iran and blah. Iran's got the bomb. They got it. Then they going to trust these savages who keep coming back and bombing them. Iran is following everything they told them they would do. These savages keep coming back, breaking it, and keep bombing, killing innocent people. You think I'm not going to build a bomb? And I'm close to it? Then you savages are not to be trusted. And I know you wanted to steal my resources and put my people in poverty. That's your game. That's the whole idea. I refuse to go to poverty, and I refuse for you to steal my shit. So what's our only recourse here? That's why America's in it. Bomb the country, man, break up it. They'll let you know, break up Iran. They want to break it up, give it to Israel, or give it to the Rothschilds, pick the fake bank. Right? We say Israel, just say Rothschild. We say Israel, just say Rothschild. You know who created Israel? We all know it now. You know who created fucking Israel? The Rothschild. Fake bank. And we don't put this kooky cracker, this sleepy cracker in power. The Rothschild. You know his family is Rothschild is with the Rothschild. So that's what's going on.
Let me go to the comments as we wind up with today's conversation.
Must be there something. You wind up all quick again. Maury in there?
No, he told me he's around though. He's somewhere around getting food.
Go ahead, Joe. Go ahead.
Ricky says, Ali was saying, Karibu Sana says, we pretended to have a few horses on our little land. Horse came
Yeah, we were
out
showing.
in North America.
We were showing the horses with the cowboys.
Then says that wild horses are not native to the continent, but descendants of European domestic horses. And we also have Jibba Jabba says, yeah, Pittsburgh Ebonics is way different than Atlanta Ebonics. And then
Exactly. Joby just thinks he's gonna just drop somebody, and Joby don't realize each South African action is different depending on what part of South Africa you. So you're gonna ask Joby with her slick South African accent, what part of South Africa are you from? I hear the accent, but what accent are you from?
I'm from Lesotho, literally. Yeah.
No,
Lesotho. Lesotho.
That's not South Africa. What part of South Africa are you from? You from Lesotho? Okay.
You kick rocks. You know, that's what you do. You kick rocks as you answer yourself.
You're a quarter. We found one. It's a quarter.
And I also see Jibba Jabba says Nigerians invented the I am a prince romance scam.
Yeah. I'm a prince. Please send me money.
Yeah.
I get my
Yeah, that's crazy. Oh my God. And then shout to Sister Monique. Amazing. Thank you for the compliment about my hair. And shout to
it suits Joby, don't it? Joby looks nice as hell with her hair like that. I don't want to get in no comment because she gets crazy. But she does look.
Are you scared to compliment me?
But she does look good because you get crazy. But it does look good. And that hairstyle does suit her. I ain't gonna lie. Who you talking to? Ain't the more in it? Who you talking to?
He got here. He just got here. You're so nosy. Oh my God. Yeah. I could even be beating a cockroach. You already see my balls.
You said Joby secret about everything. Go ahead.
And we also have Derek says Black Americans are the latter to foreigners, and everyone used to climb to the top, and then they kick the ladder away. Yeah,
they kick the ladder away, and then when they have to come back, they look at the ladder. Yeah, that's true. I always have been a problem with Black people globally. They'll climb to the top instead of reach down, and that's what Demore was. I was telling Demore, and that's because remember the 48 Laws of Power. They read that now, understand that's white people's psychology. That's animalistic. Like if you read in the 48 Laws of Power, don't overshine your master nonsense. But if you're a human being, you want your protege to do better than you. You want them to shine. You don't feel any animosity they shine better than you. But that's in them goofy European. You read Machiavelli. Machiavelli tells you, you better not go past your leader. He'll get you. Right? You go back. We're gonna do that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do some Machiavelli Friday. I want you to realize, and just from the 4 laws of power and Machiavelli. Machiavelli is so animalistic. You know, the Don Machiavelli, you read his writing, he tells you it's all animalistic. It's about power and what you should do. It's all from the minds, and I wouldn't say it's the mind from these Europeans. Remember, they're poor animal, and so we follow their psychology, and it's completely non-African, non-Ubuntu. It's all savagery. You better not shine over your master. Be quiet about power. If a woman says something, you watch her. You don't run to women. You let her do it. It's all about power and control. It's savagery.
Then we have Samuel says Samuel Jackson and Denzel Washington would have been a great bass.
Samuel Jackson would have been a great bass lead. You talking to me, motherfucker? You talking to me? He would have. I don't know. He would have been too old, but he would have been a great bass lead. Denzel Washington too old now too. But Samuel, the same age, they would have been a great bass lead. That's true.
And then Jason Karibu says them white boys probably was high, drunk, and got to playing games, and them.
What happened exactly? Put that black kid in the ball. Of course, they were drinking. And you ought to be crazy. You're drinking around white folks. You're the only black person there. You are now a target of savages.
What? Samuel, you're crazy.
America
America
got old and his dick don't work no more.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. Samuel, you're Jamaican. He used as a metaphor, Joe. He said as a military might. America.
I know it's giving John Mosquito saying, you know, that lady using that toothbrush, she had to.
Oh man,
brush. That was crazy. Aaron Dem says Dangote is putting stocks on Africa's stock market.
I know. And I'm going to try to buy. The problem of buying in, James, you got to be an African. Nigeria's made it hard to buy into the stock market, and that'd be a great stock. So that would make me also think about set up this fund for Blackout Fire, and then go to these refineries, because Africa's the future. Whether you want to not, even with these corrupt bastards, Africa's the future. It's gonna be so much money to make in Africa. I mean, it's gonna be barrels of goddamn money to be made in Africa. It's crazy, but Africa hasn't created a stock market that you can buy in like you would America or China or Europe. So we got to allow that to happen. They got to be able to build a stock market that you buy outside the country. Because I don't know how you buy into Nigerian stock. I'd have to look that up. I know it's made in Nigeria. You know it's going to be all difficult, sadly, and fucked up. So until they stream it, because Africa's gonna make a lot of billionaires, buddy. A lot.
Period. Who is Dangote? Are you kidding me, Samuel? Much love. Are you kidding me right now? You're joking, right? I know you're joking.
He's in Jamaica. He's been listening to too much Bob Marley.
Yeah, we wrap it up right there.
He knows who Lucky Doobie is. He don't know Dangote.
Of course he does.
But make it make sense, Joby. Samuel Jamaican knows who Lucky Doobie is, but he don't know the richest black man in the world is Dangote.
I think he's capping there. I don't
He's not capping. You think he's capping.
But yeah, we have Demore in the house. I'm gonna allow him to come say hi to y'all, and then
he's back from Russia, like Joby said. Joby said, I don't know where's Demore in Russia somewhere.
Why are you hating on Bob Marley, kid? Come on.
I'm not hating on Bob Marley. I'm saying Samuel knows he knows who Bob Marley is. We don't know who is Dangote.
Yeah, he knows the right people. Bob Marley is the right person.
Bob Marley. That white ass kissing bastard. So then you guys go. They go. The young man back from Azerbaijan, not Russia, as Joby would always say.
Yeah, it's actually the same thing. So she was.
Of course, it's close to Russia. We know it was controlled by the Soviet Union, but we're trying to be factually correct here. We're not trying to do our Jobyisms. Factually correct. You know, there's a lot of Russian people there. Okay?
Yeah, they actually speak lots of Russian.
They speak a lot of Russian, exactly, because they were once part of the Soviet Union. So we know that. So that's them becoming a free satellite state over there. Them, Armenia and Chechnya, and Georgia. You know, Chechnyans still run around fucking cats. But hey, what can you do about it? Hide your cats around the chest. You guys got any questions for Demore? Said you want to see him? You guys got any questions? As we wrap this up, 2 more minutes. I gotta get my ass all the way to Texas anyway. Shit, a lot of driving to do. You guys there? You guys, that's it? You guys got any questions? You know, there you go.
Hi.
There you go.
I see General Mosquito is up there. Who else can I see here? Of course, and the whole family. It's been so long since I sat on this seat.
It's been over years. It's been over years. Shit. Year and a half or so. Shit. So
yeah.
So you guys got any questions y'all want to ask Demore? Ask him how was Russia? Did he get any Russian? Get any Russian women? Did y'all think get any Russian coochie?
Samuel, Dangote is the richest man.
I didn't remember the Dangote. Yeah, I know. That's all I was telling. That's all I was telling. Tell me, you were playing. I know you really forgot about it. I know you too busy. You too busy, you know, drinking moonshine and damn, what's the Cayman Islands? You too busy drinking your moonshine in the Cayman Islands, Samuel. Get out the moonshine, brother, and make you go blind. It's not good.
Yeah, okay, much love, family. We gonna go home.
All right, Joey, calm down. You got about to kill the man. You know, Russian shit. God damn. You ain't walking, you driving.
Oh, okay. Oh, I forgot about that shit. But still, I gotta get food.
You got what you gotta get?
Ugali.
Ugali, exactly.
Oh shit, that starchy ass shit. See, that's about imagine Demore lasting almost a year without no ugali. Didn't see any African Russian icons? Oh yeah, did you see any African Russian icons while you were there?
No, actually Africans are very rare on that part of the world. You have to take photos
actually but he actually not used to rule that area. So some of the icons that were there that were black statues and black paintings of black people.
Never not even
so no, he didn't see it. Yeah. He took all he seen was McDonald's, nigga.
A lot of niggas smoking cigarettes and shit.
Yeah, there we go. So we're gonna wrap it up, guys. With that let me just say wait, nephew, and eating stewed turtle. Yeah, you stewed turtle. God damn, you eating a turtle, Samuel? Shit, man, I don't want to taste no turtle. That's against the damn animal rights shit. Eating it. Would you eat a turtle, Joey?
No.
Yeah, I think Samuel's talking about eating stewed turtle. Damn. We're gonna lock your ass up when you get to Africa, Samuel. Your turtle eating ass.
Dude, turtle and ugali.
Yeah. Oh shit. All right, guys. All right. All right, Joe. We get. Stop trying to rush people out the building. Let me wrap this. Let me talk to the guy.